ebusanfo aha Ghana TVGH. Mesra like, comment, subscribe. Turn your notifications so that anytime videos of this nature are uploaded, you need. Ebusanfo me share Owusu Sofo Duncan Williams. Na Owusu Sofo Duncan Williams na mo share Prophet Kofi Oduro mami. Na Prophet Kofi Oduro echi no mo share Osofo Reverend Stephen Wingam our Assemblies of God mpeni no na other Assemblies of God no we share no so mami any asofofo a omosi omo na omo otumi omutimi si omampeni kire se omo na yakopɔ tumi kasa kire omo se maama na ese oye omampeni enye ba omia sa asofofo nyina no me share omo pese me bi se omo se sa tumi yakopɔ ndi ama omo no me pa omo cho sa tumi no etumi multiply aduane nso wo man mu because say tumi yakopɔ ndi ama mo 4 years nkwa na timi adwuma en ye say mfaso bia ni so say 4 years election years nkwa na tumi yakopɔ ndi ama mo asofofo yi mutimi di share anaso mutimi di hu say we na be wini kramofo de omu wini anyi say election years nkwa what sense does it make and na Ayɛka sa no tomatoes boy cost over 4 times the price. Ebusanfo our voter regions say Ayɛka sakra na 1 tomato baku say a ton of 7 cities 6 cities baku say 4 for 20 cities 4 for I didn't hear because over 90% of our tomatoes importations every Burkina Faso. Now ebra akufado say yenye 1 district 1 factory. Ayaye Paolugu tomato factory no. Burkina Faso for so ehunya san wo. Na trɔuble say ensunye si tomato processing factory. Until omanya si factory na wi. Until omasi factory na wi omo Ghana for say there yen export tomato in raw form bio. Ye bani tie bani de Ghana for mo amunko na munko dua mo tomatoes asema akufado kai no akufado kai say planting for food and job, let's become self-reliant. I start to say greenhouse Ghana for mo se mo mpe adia na ka ba obian ba be to aso no mo se mo mpe enne ye tomatoes back 7 cities 4 for 20 3 for 20 die koya na se e buy Ghana for maybe so enti ye koya na se e buy enti asofofo no me bisa mo se enti asofofo omo asu da ye se Burkina Faso for omo di sa law no beba na omo di sa law beba sa law no ba ebe ha man no ebe ha Ghana ebe ha ye economy no enti ombe tu eye joma amafu say sad 1 district 1 factory any greenhouse project I planting for food and jobs na akufado ye onto aso eni de mu ehu eye owo nkwa any nipa be win election nkwa yesa. So let's go and listen to where this story is coming from. I'll see you in the next one. But before that, I'm for betting me a studio I say a no. Now, but never screen I say, Kito Abian so I don't want to say, don't go anywhere. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
The beer issues, the beer with immediate effect. But before the other two, I almost saw what can say. Burkina Faso, war tomato processing industries, I would do industrial, their factories are processing tomato. Now, we more tomato kwache, Emma factories, no. The tomato industry, no. Yeah, now almost. Sa piri na omo yi no omo tanya problems na dia wo aninti abana trust din ya hwe mu se da bi amanfo ebeto tomato no di free man mu dodo people export tomato a lot from Burkina Faso. And so if that is the case, government will see with immediate effect, and when you was out here, Amma Obia exported tomato and from free Burkina Faso until further notice. And the woman said that say Ghana casa CCA a call Burkina some kofa tomato tro. Nia oman perini na so for in perivoaka e Burkina Faso man mu e ka no e kire say yen to be in Burkina Faso say kwa kofa tomatoes until further notice. Almost some more on the two no. I don't told ya any TA. Government has announced plans to engage authorities in neighboring Burkina Faso following a recent decision to suspend the export of fresh tomatoes, a development that is expected to affect supply and pricing within Ghana's domestic market. In a press release issued on Friday, March 20th, officials indicated that the move will be spearheaded by the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, working in collaboration with other relevant state institutions. Abato Ghana abasi yawo. The idea ajise yani Burkina mine sia. Nya ka cho say ejo samuka samu bi yam form tomato bi nko Ghana yawu. Tomato hu ye be din o Ghana. Tomato bo ye be din o Ghana no. Ebe ehu. Enti we dey esramo. Burkina esramo. So the aban no Ghana aban ko pa Burkina aban chew. Si esro my kwani meto tomatoes. Yeah. Nkruma Ghana. Backyard garden Ghana. Oh.
Nze wa utwa we intro ye wura ho.
Hey. Tese yesi akwasre. Ye ko engage omo. Anya sa se omo to aso se omo eye sadia ebe hadwen pa. Enti obi a ejina eno no say Burkina Faso until further notice no mo bi ansi ba anymore so be toto.
Once wa utwa we intro ye wura ho. How do you feel as a Ghanaian now? Minim so na ye host with the greatest of respect. What the all kind kakra content ne kakra no. How do you feel as a Ghanaian? And me be so asem san kroma brofo no, do you still live by it? Black man is capable of managing his own affairs.
Capable of managing our
Is it
own
true?
affairs.
Is it true?
Are Burkina based no black men?
No. Or say, me bisa. Is it true? Sir, black man is capable of managing his own affairs.
It's true.
And ye young call for when ye omi a black man for I jump papa be brain shed and
You go for way.
Nya Ghana for our leaders. Adewe now it goes back to leadership. Adewe it goes back to leadership. Your leaders are they are being proactive enough. Me say, if you are talking, well, then you may come and say, sometimes you need some kind of leaders to make sure that they can change everything, transform a certain kind of country from maybe a low level to a high level. That be an annual and now can do by a same cheme. What's airport to Kwaira Krama baby or Kokro will be Ghana in a channel say, just offer no also can I Ghana for it when I wait the material to medium. Reason being that they had leaders who were able to think outside the box. Make sure say, Ome Buama correct my phone into a pediafra. Mejitum, say Ghana, you know Burkina Faso, your long-standing relationship when it comes to trade, you know Mudim Komo, and it's anomano. Offer, Obeje say, Ghana, when it comes to tomatoes, I said, Osi Kano, ya more than Burkina Faso. Ya more than Burkina Faso. I'm really surprised. In the 1960s, already did Dr. Kwame Nkrumah SU tomato factory went. Now employ 3,000 people. In 1970s, and I say a break. If you go to Palugu, near see tomato factory, and I'm not gonna say a good. First, you can say a commandant tomato. Tomorrow, a man for be a cabibia, you say a commandant, you say a commandant. And at that time, we were creating employment. The economy was in good position. But Ghanaians decided to make sure they were abandoning their own. And you see, Sabana Bria, and the Marano Mabia by say you cannot move outside your jurisdiction or domain to other countries to go and buy tomatoes and bring them. Okay? If you look at my friend Burkina Faso, the fourth largest producer of tomatoes in West Africa. Fourth largest. And if you look at Burkina Faso, the fourth largest. Now in 2024, Ghana for tomato 360,000 metric tons. 360,000 metric tons. Now, Menu Kasai, if you look at Ghana, Ghana imported 90% of tomatoes from Burkina Faso. 90% of tomatoes from Burkina Faso. Over here.
Tomatoes are more consuming.
Yes, 90%.
90% from
Burkina Faso. Now, if you look at annually, Scabia ye tomatoes, no, ye cry any free water bag Ghana ha. A 400 million US dollars. Ghana Nibian 10 ye. 400 million US dollars. Okay. 760 million Ghana cedis.
Meba. Me kasa sisi you know me wo ora kwakwanchi ono car owners and tomato traders association o kan obi din omo mo ko Burkina cover tomato no edeba mira matie
so I'm open get your what to say
nyame adom me wo ye pa na bibia e boko de
ujani koja ye da sugo nyame go su shaye etio so be bia wo bia o loss o da ho etio
medase na ai yanka bi nhemu o Burkina fo yi ensam o mo de aba betu dwa se wo mo makwa me export tomatoes emfa free Burkina enko man fufuro bia mu evizo mo industries a omo ankaza edani tomatoes nani ede ye piri ni sa other things Burkina ho na muna moko kofa ba ihwe mu che say 90% of tomatoes are ye use Ghana ha efri Burkina na eba asabre Burkina for so wo mo ye kwan mi rokogwandwi ya god zeni
say me chitia motiefu nyina me chiatifu bia me chia me papa me samwa go filling station manager man chia na se manyina ye wa papa masa ayasemu 90% no cry bro. Share the woman say tomatoes na ye dua ne Burkina no. Omo the dry season na ye omo dam. Into omo ye ntochi na omo ye ni bisuo tenkrafo na ye a enkrafo ye wi a na bi ekọ afrawo fo ye wi a na bi ekọ Lagos fo wi so mi nsia. Enti sika de omo ji bi free ye ho ne to omo niema na nse to ranchem to ye ne ekokunku ye mai ne ye we se ekokunku ye mai bi ene ba ye nti bibia piem afa de o a pai no a ye toilet de letter ba se entos no ko ade aka no de ye
How many by yourself, sir? Imagine, sir. And I'm identify the biggest problem within the NDC. Also, we a short memory. And I am here at one part. I'm not to know when I saw came out with their numbers. Number 2 by a man. Now, more short memory, no. More nyansa for no. I'm why you say the NBBA. Oh, no, me. I'm not for my friend and couple title of MPP for. Yen BBA. What Timmy, what coming? Eh, yanti Babu yada. Hey, there they see ye. I go more the Ghana Makwasa for some George, some for the leaders. Yeah, in the now with the Sulu line. What kind of Ghana is this? No, I just here. And then imagine say, oh no, agriculture, oh no, yeah, so a veterinary doctor, so veterinary, then there, oh no, I can't say, some George. Kwasi Ali Mama, and do one of my that will be something today. Ali Mama, some George, Kwasi Ali. And then why when you know who you did it? It's all these foolish guys. A kuja to black coin now. It's just sad. You couldn't let the money boy in. One of my daddy be in Ghana. I'm telling you.
They don't want us to say these things.
La baby. You see, but I want to say, I am here say, they say, excellent. At the time, we can't 2022, 2023. In fact, this woman has to use the telecos, okay, to make sure that people register the Ghana card as well as this thing before other than that, they are not ready to do it. And yeah, obey say you can tell their group. And discouraging come for the woman can register. I the come classic catch man from class MP for me, the say about Ghana. And then someone pass war.
Please, that was my hometown. Gomwa West. Almost say yes, na do according who's can or ba be chamo. Into na Oman register.
And a hometown the other consists I want to my end this one. Allah. And clearly. And I'm here don't say Dr. Bomia di kaka. And there be a one akufa this share that had to do with digital. What the Bomia ultimate champion, no one can change the cancer, the photo of the dictator. Obia a bit much, you know. I'm not dance around, sir. But trust me, I'm here best pose. Because man is there. Mabu sab John Mama say for omunya askadi omunya campaign 2024 election omunya campaign. Mabu sa no. Mabu say kan say Sami Jamfi. Mabu say kan Sam George. Afa na mu pe kwan omudi be twa omuka. The party financiers are on their neck taking their money. So that's almost started creating a cancer. That kind of a cancer is scam. The first scam a big push. There's nothing like big push. I go find the new man and I'll bet you yeah. Some people there's one young guy there of taking over from Damboche MP, no. Mukai about this big pushy. What was parliament? They couldn't tell us how much amount of money are they allocated every year. Then I told 10 billion. And he said the guy no question that he want to know. In fact, can't say is he going to be in the form installment and that's on the basis grounds. Or my actually. And I'm here, I won't say big push on your I might have back to a can say re-registration. Only we got a sticker. And I am there. And now it's a Owusu. One year, all that. No, I can't say, and 5 moments. About time I responded. And I'm very happy the way the former ministers and stakeholders, the way they have been responding to some of the allegations, And we catch that cancer, Sam George said. You see, you can go and do your true and poor, okay? What do I say? No one will be. We don't care. But as far as governance is concerned, and you about AMBU, and you about DDO, have a maturity that with experience. That is why you also doing the MPP fraternity, it is always about experience. We are not going to, allocate whoever to come and manage our leadership. One, at least, you don't have any experience, exposure. And that's what, has been the difference between we and the NDC. Okay, yeah. You saw one, if you all might tell the tomb, you didn't send a posse, send a point, and none of them. Because you cannot get that kind of experience, without passing through some certain training. And then come back to say, I can say, they know how prefer, And yeah, the NDC, how can this person could be as a whole minister of health? How? What an insult. Yeah. On my freezing public account. Okay, almost finding employment. Then I said they be from one country, one and assistant to another. They have nothing to do. They'll be circulating around, trying to even push some of us, to exert our hunger. But how long would they keep doing that? But I didn't say, and then I mean, when you're my friend, my boo, friends, be quite human. They never called you, also be quite human. I won't campaign in the interest of Ghana, no. And I could say, you know what, or perhaps I could have ready, or probably take ready on Yamini. I will not check your question. And with all the respect to the I can say MP4, you see, the MCA in a that kind of principle of patience that we don't have as a political party, and high. And I'm going to adapt. I'm going to buy that say 49.3 billion. And then I'm saying 61.3 billion. In 1 year, you don't have a 12 billion, are they? So 1 time got 4 times 12, 38 billion. So with very soon, these are kind of debt that is having inherited. And slowly, some GDP now for the building man, nominal value that of the cancer rate, he has have declining.
Yeah. All crash your economy, no.
And then send your phone the strength of her mouth. So now be and now American price are possible. I think from 3 I 5, I 6. One of my colleagues I was saying, Uncle Fell in the time from $40 to $65. America no. Not talk of Ghana. Very soon I say, but by not catch you say, hey, Woody what guns and one deal right? Would have to so in case of emergency. Now, how say, and then if eventually the emergency has come, you guys are still adding a one cousin, one zero, whatever on each and on each and every point. Now you are still adding more. That's because of living high in Ghana. What is going on? Instead of they will try to find a way or make me subsidize the baby. No, now I'm mad. Ordinary Ghanaian, no more how no, they are not ready to do it.